What's up, everybody? It's a beautiful Sunday morning, and I just thought that I would chat with you about something real quick. I'm really feeling at home here at this new house, this new move, and I'm starting to feel better just a little bit more all the time. But little things can creep into these situations that can really steal your joy if you're not careful. I lived on 31 acres, which was heaven to me. There's a big buck running around on there that I hope to meet up with this year, and that's not going to happen. This fence has been very neglected and is falling apart. The back patio on the back of the house, though it looks nice, is falling off of the building and has been very severely neglected. The pool has a leak in it and has had one in it for a long time, and just let me show you the science experiment that I'm going to have to deal with at some point. Yes, check it out. We have got a mosquito heaven bass pond happening here. I'm still not convinced I'm not turning it into a bass pond yet. Oh, and the house I think has the original roof on it, and it needs a new roof. Now I could sit there, and this beautiful shop has no electricity, and the wires that are in it right now and how it's hooked up, as I've had an electrician look at it, it by no means meets code. The shed had to be moved, and now the shed is falling apart because the way that they mounted it is uneven and it rocks back and forth and it's falling apart. So I could sit here and talk about all of these things and make myself miserable. I can focus on all of these things and let it take the joy of my life away. Or I can sit here and be so blessed by where I live. I love this place. I'm so glad that we're here. That has a lot of great creative spaces for it. It has a lot of places for our offices to go, and I am excited. We have gotten out the paint and we're getting ready to do all kinds of other things to do to try to help this house know that we love it and love being here. I refuse to allow those things that nitpick at life to tear me down and not feel joy. My Oma, my grandmother, I'll never forget just being a little kid and my Oma lived in Germany, and my mom's from Germany, and we were ever so blessed to be able to go. My father sold his Harley, not because we were rich, because my dad made a huge sacrifice, and he sold his Harley so us kids could go too. Now, while we were there, I could tell that Oma wasn't feeling well, and I found out that she was a severe diabetic, and she had to be in a wheelchair at times. But she was the most joyful person that I ever recall meeting. She was always full of light and love and laughter and mischief. And I always think about her. Amidst all that misery, she could sit there and think, guess what? I think I'm losing my legs. Guess what? I've seen World War II at its worst. Guess what? I have this. Guess what? That. I have that. Guess what? I'm not rich. Guess what? I'm not that. She could have looked at all of those things and been miserable. And yet one of the things that people loved the most about my grandmother, my Oma, was that she was always full of joy. It's because that woman chose joy. This is a major, massive concept to understand. She chose it. She chose it. She chose to be happy. She chose to put a smile on her face because she understood the concept of, I'd rather laugh than cry. And as a kid, she didn't speak great English. And still to this day, as a grown man, I don't speak good German. Langsam, bitte langsam, ich bin Ausländer und spreche nicht gut Deutsch. That's the extent of my German, which pretty much said, I don't know how to speak German. Yeah, ein Bier bitte und wo ist die Toilette? Yeah, one more beer and where's the toilet? So with that in mind, it was joy that got us through. I remember my parents went off with my Opa, my grandfather. So my mom and my dad went, and they left us with Oma, us three kids, and there was never a communication gap. Even though we didn't speak German at all at that time, and even though she barely spoke English, joy, laughter, fun got us through. We had a great time together, and we loved each other, and we got along just fine. So guys, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Being in the Mully Grubs and down in the dumps is a choice. It's a choice. Being miserable over your circumstances in life is a choice. It's a choice. Being joyful and loving your fellow man and loving yourself right where you're at, And allowing yourself to realize you'd rather laugh than cry is a choice. You can either be someone who is a purveyor for the light or a purveyor for the darkness. There's only two choices. I choose the light. I choose to be joyful. I choose to love people right where they're at, even though my nature is to be the other way. So it doesn't mean you're not going to feel those feelings. I still feel feelings of hate. I still feel feelings of anger. I still feel wrath, but I don't act on it. And I also don't dwell on it. I dismiss it as soon as possible and fight it and move on. That's the choice of joy. Even though those things are already in the midst of me, churning in my spirit and my mind, I still choose to put a smile on my face and move forward. And my life is so much lighter and so much happier. And the more I focus on blessings, the more God blesses me. The more He blesses me. Hope this helps.